Willie D Live.
We definitely got to keep it.
Wait, one thing before we go.
Yeah.
I seen you was mad at something that I posted one time. Brooklyn Sincere told a story about how Bow Wow got raped in the tunnel by, I ain't gonna say her name, but by a girl. You remember that?
I remember. I vaguely remember who the girl was. I know it was a
model chick. I'll tell you what it is off camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you had a problem, I don't know, with that story being told. It was something I can't remember, but I remember you doing the show about that. But the girl took advantage of Bow Wow when he was only like 15 in the tunnel in the bathroom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember you said something about it, but I can't remember what it was though.
Yeah, I probably was just basically saying that it was what's good for the goose is good for the gander, in terms of if a woman does something like that, she should be punished. Just like if a man was to do something like that. Because we live in a double standard society, man, where, I get it. Some things benefit men, and other things benefit women in this double standard society that we live in. And so you kind of take the good with the bad. But when it comes to violating somebody's body, that's personal. That's very personal. That's different from, I'm paying for the lunch, or I'm taking out the trash, or right. She's cooking, and I expect, we expect him to be the protector of the house. Violating somebody's body is a very personal thing, and I have zero tolerance for that, no matter who does it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right,
but yeah,
cool.
Again, man, I appreciate you, man. I really do. And, I think it's important to have people, who are authentic, on these type of platforms, not somebody who's just going around making shit up. But, sometimes, when a person like you, who is the type of person who will say, this is what it is, and this is what I saw, I would always tell people like, well, maybe you shouldn't do shit if you don't want somebody to talk about it. It's like kind of living your life. Like we preach our eulogy every day by our actions. Mm-hmm. We preach our own eulogy. So however you want to be remembered, you can actually create that right now. The things that you do in life, you can decide whether people are going to remember you in a good way, and are they going to say good things behind closed doors about you. You can actually like control that with your actions. So if you don't want people talking about the shit, don't do it. For anything that I've ever done that was filed or whatever, it might be embarrassing, but I did the shit and I got to deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Before I go, what is it that I say that make the people feel like I should fear for my life?
Well, anytime that you're speaking on a person who has means that can push a button and make some shit disappear, that's dangerous. And so we wouldn't, we would be, remiss to overlook that, that.
But what would I say that would make them want to push the button?
Well, whatever it is that does not show that person in a positive light. Nobody wants their name, somebody to speak ill of their name. Nobody wants somebody to put their mouth on them in a negative way. Right. So if somebody, even if it's true, nobody wants somebody to put their mouth on them in a negative way. So, and if that person has the means, shit could happen. They might just decide one day, because what happens a lot of times, and I'm sure you've been in this position at least once or twice, where somebody will walk up to you out of the blue and say, man, I can handle that for you, man. Yeah, such said this, man, fuck that motherfucker. I can do it. Whoop. And depending, you might be in the club having a good time or something, and just, you know what, man?
But I could do the same thing to them, right?
Boom.
And I got niggas that will do the same thing to them, right?
Boom. Yeah.
But I wasn't even putting none of my people in a position to go to jail for me. I would do it myself.
Yeah. Allegedly. Ladies and gentlemen, Choke No Joke.
Choke No Joke. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me at Instagram at Real Choke No Joke. It's been a pleasure, y'all. Shout out to H-Town. Y'all know what it is.
No more talk.